some more.
Yo, what's good, people? Izzy Max here, back again for week 10 of the MDL. This match is me versus Tay. You can see what we brought this week. I'm already locked. Tay is kind of fighting for it, but he's just really a win away or some differential points away from being a lock and playoff as well. So this week I'm really trying to get G-Max Butterfree to kind of sweep, and I think I can really do that, but he does have a lot of good mons that he brought. Of course, this is sped up, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I am going to lead the Butterfree Clefairy with, I believe, Braviary and Serena in the back. He didn't quite bring what I was expecting. He did bring his Rain Core, but I was expecting the Whimsicott. So this is really interesting. Kind of have to see what he has. So he's leading with the Toxtricity Ludicolo, and I'm like, okay, I'll just protect and Icy Wind because maybe this is a Choice Scarf Toxtricity. So here's my play here, and I'm also slowing down the Ludicolo. Granted, though, if he goes for the Max Geyser, it really doesn't matter. So he is maxing the Ludicolo here, which is kind of what I expected. Which tells me I think the Toxtricity is either going to be Scarfed or Choice Specs. I protect with my Butterfree here as he actually goes for the Max Hailstorm into the Butterfree. Luckily, I protected, so it's not going to do too much damage. And we do see the Overdrive, and this tells me that he is Specs. That actually does a lot of damage as I just Icy Wind here. So now Butterfree is guaranteed faster than what he has. And here I'm just like, all right, if I'm going to attempt to sweep, I kind of have to do it now. So I am just going to befuddle the Ludicolo with the Helping Hand. And I really, really, really need to get some sleep rolls on both of these mons. Toxtricity, I can only sleep. So, kind of unfortunate how this turn went, but it is just RNG. And I knew it was going to be. So here I G-Max the Butterfree and go for the Helping Hand. I am faster. And the Befuddle doesn't quite KO the Ludicolo, which is unfortunate, but I do put it to sleep. We do now see the weakness policy, so that's good information to have. And the Overdrive comes out and kills both the Clefairy and the Butterfree, which was to be expected. So Ludicolo gets buffeted, almost dies, and now I just have Braviary and Serena. If I would have killed that Ludicolo, it would have been huge, because here you're going to see I do go for the, I think I go for Brave Bird into the Ludi. Oh, I protect here. And I triple axle the Toxtricity is what I did. If the Ludicolo would have died here, this play would have been a lot easier because I would have just doubled into the Toxtricity. Because triple axle didn't quite kill, but he does get the one turn sleep, which is super unfortunate. So Serena goes down here, and he just goes for an Overdrive again. I think this is a Specs Toxtricity at this point. And Ludicolo finally goes down to Hail. So, like I said, super unfortunate. I maybe should have double protected there, but it is what it is. So now out comes Diggersby. And I'm thinking, okay, I have Charty Berry. I can still bring this back. So I target the Toxtricity here. I think I go for Brave Bird to make sure I kill. Yeah. And I kill the Toxtricity. Okay. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. He has Stone Edge. And he misses. That's the game you play when you run Stone Edge, but I do have the Charty Berry. So even if that would have hit, I still believe I would have, the outcome of this game would have been the same. So now out comes Pelipper, and I'm in a spot. I kind of wanted to target the Pelipper and just play the misses with Diggersby. And we haven't seen an item yet on the Diggersby, but close combat is going to kill. And then the Pelipper now just Ice Beams into the Braviary, and I live on 8. So this actually gives me some info to tell me what kind of Pelipper this actually is. The Brave Bird here does almost 50%. So it tells me it is decently bulky, but probably does have some offensive investment. So game 2, I'm like, okay, I can win with Butterfree. I just need to play it correctly. So I am leading with the Butterfree and now Terrakion. Because if he's going to lead Toxtricity, the Terrakion kind of tells it no. And then, of course, I'm trying to sweep with Butterfree. That is the whole main thing. I just want to win a game using offensive Butterfree. So we do see the same lead, which is what I expected. And I'm going to Befuddle again and just Earthquake. But here he actually makes a really, really good play and switches the Toxtricity into Pelipper. So on his part, that was a very, very good play, because if I was able to do this, I believe I just win on the spot, and it's not really a contest. But we do see now he maxes his Ludicolo, which is now faster than literally everything I have. And here we were talking back and forth, and I was also talking with Ryan. We think that if he would have targeted the Butterfree, since he was switching, he would have won. Because Terrakion, with it being Choice Band, which of course he wouldn't have known that, is locked into Earthquake. But the Befuddle comes out. It does about half. Luckily, we do put the Ludicolo to sleep, and we get the Poison on the Pelipper, which isn't too important. Weakness Policy, of course, does proc. So now we're kind of in this spot where I have 2 offensive threats in the back. I know kind of what you have. I'm expecting Diggersby to be in the back as well. So I'm going to keep Braviary kind of hidden. And I'm going to Airstream into the Ludicolo and just protect. I know that he has Ice Beam on the Pelipper, so I'm not going to risk it here. And I don't know if this switch was necessarily correct either. But, like, it was a good play, because I also thought about Dracoing into that slot. And if I did, I think Diggersby just goes down, which would have been super unfortunate. But it now does confirm to me that Diggersby is in the back. So out comes Toxtricity, and I'm faster than both of these Mons. So I am just going to Befuddle, maybe get another Sleep Roll. And then I think I Draco the Toxtricity. Yeah. So Draco comes out. Toxtricity eats it. I mean, it lives. If it didn't live, this would have been a very one-sided match. But here we hit the Diggersby. Diggersby gets the Poison Roll, and I get another either Poison or Paralysis roll on the Diggersby. Or on the Toxtricity. Like I said, that's pretty much all Butterfree is an RNG bot. So Diggersby here takes a lot of damage from the poison, and I switch into Braviary. And I'm pretty confident that I just straight up win this game. So I'm going to Shadow Ball the Tox and Iron Head the Diggersby. I ran the calc, it does get the KO. Shadow Ball comes out, kills the Toxtricity. Iron Head comes out, kills the Diggersby. And now all he has left is the Pelipper. And I didn't have Thunderbolt on this set, on the Dragapult set this week, because I was expecting Seismitoad. My team doesn't really deal with Seismitoad all too well. Well, I guess outside of Serena. But I just double protect to get another turn of the Poison. And then this also takes away his Hail, so he can't hit Hurricanes on the Braviary or boosted Scalds. So now I'm just going to click Shadow Ball. I probably should have clicked Draco, but I didn't really want to risk it missing because Brave Bird I thought was in a damage range. But Ice Beam here kills the Dragapult, and I'm not too worried. Because, of course, he has the leftovers, but the Poison is going to take care of it. So, Butterfree, I have the notes here. Butterfree got, I think it was like 4 kills. Yeah, Butterfree got 4 kills, and I won with it. So, it's now going to ride the bench for the 3rd game. I knew what I needed to win. So, Terrakion Clefairy just kind of beats his leads. And I could lock myself into Earthquake turn 1, and then turn around and just max and kind of do damage to anything else I have. Because I do have the Poison Jab on Terrakion this week. So that would have done big damage to the Ludicolo, Earthquake or Max Quake for the Toxtricity, Close Combat, Max Knuckle for everything else. And then, of course, I do have, I think, Rock Slide. Yeah. So this mod actually kind of checked everything that he has. So I'm just going to Earthquake here and protect the Clefairy. Really no reason to follow me because Clefairy would have died no matter what. And I thought about switching Braviary in here to eat the Earthquake. But I thought just on the off chance that for some reason Toxtricity doesn't die here, I'm just going to keep Clefairy in. So the Earthquake does come off. He doesn't switch, which is kind of unfortunate. Toxtricity does go down, and the Diggersby takes about half. High Horsepower comes out. It does KO the Terrakion. I figured it would, but this was a good trade for me because Toxtricity really locked my Braviary from coming out and doing really any work. And of course, it is Charty Berry, so I will live a hit from the Diggersby. Although we did see that it has Ice Punch now, which is kind of interesting. So he brings out the Pelipper here. And I'm kind of in a good spot. So I'm just going to follow me. Really no reason to do anything else. And it's going to look weird, the play that Tay makes here, but it kind of makes sense. So if he's going to max his Diggersby here, and I always say don't max anything that's below half health. But the thing is, with him maxing the Diggersby here, if there was even a chance that he lives this max Airstream, he would then either Ice Punch or Stone Edge my Braviary and get a lot of damage off on it. Granted, it would be going into the Clefairy. And then he could kind of try and sweep with the rain-boosted Ludicolo in the back. But that's not really how it ended up working out. Airstream does end up picking the KO on the Diggersby. So after that, I knew this game was kind of a lock. He played very, very well. Like, I was actually really scared that I was going to lose game 2. As the Scald comes out here, and he's just kind of stuck behind Ludicolo Pelipper now. He's already used his max. I still have 2 more turns. This Airstream should kill, but I am going to Helping Hand just in case. And this also saves a differential point for me, because I don't think he is going to target the Clefairy. But I do KO the Ludicolo here. He was faster than me, which kind of sucks. But because I thought I was at +2. I lost track of my turns. I wasn't really paying attention. But now all that's left is the Pelipper. I honestly don't know if this actually kills. Because kind of the disrespect, I ended up getting the crit, which, sorry. I don't think it really mattered all too much unless you would have got like the freeze on the Braviary. But nevertheless, that was a really good game played by Tay. And best of luck to him. He has 1 more game that I think he can win. And if he wins that, he locks. And the other 2 people who are fighting right now are playing for that last slot. And I believe their game is later tonight. So yeah, without further ado, I will see you guys in the weekly breakdown. So peace.